In a world where altar users exist, and something called the lost ground, legend is born. What is going on, guys? Shadow Gamer AX with another Throwback Wednesday for you guys today. And today is going to be a very special episode because today what we're going to be discussing is why Escride is such a freaking legend. So grab your popcorn, glue your butt to that chair, and let's get started, my guys. Now, the legend of Escride is very simple. The plot summary we will be discussing first. The second will be the characters and who plays who. And third will be the final plot. If you guys have not seen my previous Throwback Wednesdays, I'd highly recommend going to check those out as well. I got like 4 episodes on season 3. You guys can take those as reference. So let's begin the Legend of Escride. Kazuma is a native altar who makes his living as a mercenary, so that he and his close friend Kanami Yuta can live together. Kazuma's friend Kirishima gives him a mission to defeat another altar user. However, a man known as Ryuho from Holy captures Kazuma in the aftermath. Ryuho tries to interrogate Kazuma over an unknown altar user, later dubbed Crystal, who killed his mother and dog. Using a woman from Holy named Mimori Kiryu as a hostage, Kazuma manages to return to his house. When native altar users are captured by Holy, Kazuma enters a forest where he finds Crystal. After fighting Crystal, Kazuma's altar receives a power-up. Shortly afterwards, it is revealed that the Great Uprising was caused by this similar event. In a parallel universe where all creatures are independent thinking altars, Kazuma goes on a rampage against Holy after Kirishima dies, while helping him during one of his fights. Shortly afterwards, Kazuma and Ryuho fight, but during the fight, or during the battle, they open a gateway to a parallel universe, causing another uprising and attracting of attention of the mainland government. Both Kazuma and Ryuho are thought to be dead after the fight, while Kazuma hides in underground fights. Ryuho suffers amnesia. With the help of an old friend, Holy member Straight Cougar, Kazuma recovers his will to protect Kanami, who is searching for him. Ryuho also recovers his memories while fighting Holy users, attacking natives, and ending up becoming one of Kazuma's allies. The mainland sends an agent to the lost ground in an attempt to exploit the powers of the parallel universe for economic gain. Mujo develops delusions of grandeur after becoming the head of the Lost Ground government and absorbing the entity Crystal's entity's form from the other side, to add to his already formidable altar power. Meaning, like, he tried to absorb the entity that I mentioned earlier in the plot, where the entity kills Ryuho's mom and dog. both he and Crystal's entity are defeated by the separate efforts of Kazuma and Ryuho, respectively, as both increase their ultra powers by taking energy from the parallel world. The mainland once again attempts to exert control over the lost ground by sending in a fleet of refined ultra users under their control. However, they are defeated by both Kazuma and Ryuho. After defeating the mainland's forces, Kazuma and Ryuho engage in one final battle to settle their rivalry, as one of them is about to declare victory. This event is basically at the end, like it takes place in the future. The screen fades to white in an epilogue taking place years later, as they remain protectors of the lost ground, defending it from mainland invaders, while an older economy awaits their return. And by the way, guys, I have left a few things out because I want you guys to be surprised when you first watch the show. That is the entire plot that most of the plot that I can reveal to you guys. I really feel like this anime got kind of like unappreciated by other people. Either that or they never heard of this show, which makes it very unique. Nobody knows about this show because nobody took the time to watch it in the early 2000s. I mean, it has been almost 2 decades since it released. But I can say without a doubt, you'll probably have a lot of fun with this anime. You'll probably want to watch this anime sometime again and again and again. It's just a unique story. You have it. It's just, there's something about this that you really want to. It's like, what's gonna happen next? After episode, you get drawn into it, and when you get drawn into it, that's what I love to see. For me, I like to see an anime draw you in, like what's gonna happen next. You're interested. The characters really did a wonderful, amazing job of bringing these characters to life. The acting was believable, which some actors do have trouble with. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them have a little bit of trouble with, getting their dialogue good, or some people have to, so some people really have to try. Like, dubbing is more of an art. You really gotta, it's like you're acting, but you also have to put those emotions that you are trained in regular acting through your voice, and that's very difficult for anybody. It's just like a forgotten art, but I really enjoy this. I really love it. I love doing these impressions that I do. This year's is coming, by the way. But I digress. The idea of As Cried was originally released in 1999. The anime was released in the original run to July 4th, 2001 and December 26, 2001. The light novel began in 2002, a year later, to May 10th, 2003. The anime film that they did was in 2011. Sadly, though, none of them were dubbed, though, which is this one on your screen there. But if it wasn't dubbed, or if it was, I really enjoyed it to a great deal. I mean, really, it's a good anime, and I'd highly recommend it. Bandai Entertainment was licensed by them back when they had class. Damn it. All right, so let's get into the characters and who played who. Kazuma, the Shell Bullet, was voiced by Stephen Bloom in English. I'm not gonna pronounce the ones I can't pronounce in Japanese. We already know Kazuma's backstory. Ryuho is voiced by Jason Sprake. Kanami Yuta is voiced by Carrie Daniels. Kirishima is voiced by Alex Lang. Memori Kiryu is voiced by Dorothy Ellis Fran. If I'm pronouncing that right, let me know. Charisse is voiced by Laura Jill Miller. Martin Jigmar is voiced in English by Jameson Price. Straight Cougar is voiced by Crispin Freeman. Don't know that guy. Elion is voiced by Tony Oliver. Let's see, any notable other ones I could remember off the bat? It's very like. Before we get any further, I want to discuss like Crystal's backstory. The Crystal living in the altar, in the other dimension, from the other dimension, is drawn to the lost ground. During a great uprising, it is made of altar. It needs to absorb altar power to exist, and killed Ryuho's mother during its first search. When Kazuma enters the altar forest, he meets this being, and basically what happens is he eventually tears a backbone from that being, thus giving him the power to get that upgrade, which I mentioned in the plot. The action that like this whole story is very complex, and it's difficult for me to like relay it, but I'm doing the best I can. The story is well put together, it's well thought out, and it's well produced. I also recommend reading the manga if you guys haven't already, or if you haven't tried. Who knows, I might just get my hands on a light novel or manga. I really enjoyed Askry to the greatest fullest, and it's one of the best, one of the unnoticed, one of the best of all time, and it's right up there with the original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. That includes all you One Piece fans too, like it's right up there. Askry is a series that was able to tell a single story within one season. And it was able to do it in 26 episodes without any mistakes made, which in my book qualifies as the greatest of all time, and if not the best, known for its storytelling, unique character set, how they introduced them. Everything about this show is spot on. Just like that. And when they're spot on, great things can happen with any series. And that, what makes this anime the legend of Askry. Thank you so much for hearing me out. Thank you so much for hearing the plot. I know I had made a little bit of mistakes here on and here out, but it's really worth your time. If you have not checked out Askry, I'd really recommend doing so. My thoughts of it is just, it tells a unique story, and you get a great fulfillment out of this. It's one of the best shows that I can possibly recommend you if you guys have a sweet tooth for action. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Legend of Askry. I am your host, as always, Shadow Gamer AX. Until next time, guys, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful night, and have a wonderful afternoon. If you guys like this video, please be sure to smash that thumbs up button. That helps the series out a lot. And if you are new to my channel, please smash the subscribe button. You'll get and ring the bell notification. That way you'll never miss a video, and you will be notified if I upload a video and when I upload a video. Comment down below if you guys have seen Askry. What did you think of it? And would you watch this anime again and again and again? because I would. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you so much for hearing me out, and thank you so much for 130 subs. Shadow Gamer AX signing off. Until next time, have a good one.